Why, oh, why would you tattoo yourself there, ma'am? Joyride, released in 2023 and is directed by Adele Lim, who is also known as the screenwriter for Crazy Rich Asians and Raya the Last Dragon. And this raunchy road trip comedy is starring Ashley Park, Sherry Cola, Stephanie Hsu, and Sabrina Wu. Audrey and Lolo have been friends almost their entire life. And now as adults, Audrey is trying to be a successful lawyer, while Lolo is trying to be a sex-positive artist who lives out in the garage on Audrey's property. And one day, Audrey gets called out to Beijing to settle a client for her firm, and takes Lolo along with her. There they meet up with their famous actress-celebrity Cat, and also Lolo's eccentric cousin known as Deadeye. And as they travel all around Beijing, they find their journey needing to be extended and more obstacles for them to overcome in order for Audrey to finally land this client, but also revisiting her lost history here in China. So I'm trying to get caught up on all the films from 2023 that I have missed so far, and my list of films that I've watched this year has been very action heavy, so I wanted to expand all of my viewing experiences. And I remember seeing trailers for this one. This looked like a fun, just raunchy comedy between these four women, and you know what? It didn't frickin' disappoint. This film was hilarious from beginning to almost the end. Plus also my cat Victor was saying, hey, you need to get more comedies on your list. Isn't that right, buddy? Isn't that right? Got anything to say? You've been very vocal. You came up here. What's up? This is my cat Victor, everyone who hasn't seen him before. He's been on this channel a couple of times, but he was being very vocal and wanted my attention, and wanted to be a part of this review because he enjoyed the movie so much. But I've been in the mood for a hilarious comedy, a nice, fun little romp where people start from one end and end up somewhere crazy on the other. This film didn't disappoint. And I thought this film was going to be very predictable. In the beginning, they were talking about how Audrey has not spoken with her birth mother. She was adopted by a couple of white people here in the States, but she's never spoken with her birth mother, and you can tell she's always had this desire to see her, but has never really explored those feelings and explored that option. So I was thinking eventually she was going to find her mother. I'm not going to spoil exactly what happens, but it does take a little twist and turn that I didn't realize and I didn't see coming. And maybe that's because I was just so enthralled with all the entertaining jokes and just hilarious situations that these women find themselves in. Kat is this very famous Chinese actress who is engaged to this other guy who is very self-reserved. He's very religious. He wants to save himself until marriage, and Kat has basically lied to him her entire relationship, saying that yes, she has been pure, she's never slept around with anyone, when in fact she has been almost with everyone on the countryside. She has a hilarious tattoo tattooed somewhere on her body. Again, I'm not going to get into spoilers as to where or what it is, but my god, I said at the beginning of this review, why would you do that to yourself? You have so much other real estate in other places. Why would you put it there and on the inside? Sherry Cola, who plays Lola, I think was the best part of this film. Her comedic timing is great, but she also backs that up with great heartfelt character moments that do tug at your heartstrings. And when certain things are said, of course they're going to be said, that's the predictable part of this story, you feel for her and you feel emotional. You feel sorry that her friends are kind of abandoning her, or her long-term friend is abandoning her. She's a struggling artist, and I just attach with that because that's where I've been at my entire life, is just struggling for that big break, or just struggling to just find that avenue to have your voice heard by others. Not to mention that her comedic timing is just spot on, frickin' perfect. She was great. Sabrina Wu, who plays Deadeye, I think has a lot of great character beats and moments to this film in certain spots. I don't think her character is entirely fleshed out. She's basically like the kid of this group, and I don't think she has a lot of... Wow. Come on up. Come on up. And now I'm being joined by my other cat, Max. My senior cat, Max, who turns 18 years old this year. My god, you're a little grandpa. But you also enjoyed the movie, didn't you, buddy? Yeah, you've been on here a lot. People know you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. Deadeye was kind of hit or miss, and she wasn't featured a ton. There were some very heartfelt moments that she does have. There are some like a lot of slapstick humor that she does in this film, and she does add those special moments to this story, but overall I think that her character was a little underserved with everything. Audrey plays our straight woman. She plays the main character that we are seeing on her journey, and she has the biggest growth in this film, and her comedic timing playing off of these other kind of outlandish, outrageous characters I think is great. These four work so well together, and the writing here, the situations that they find themselves in, the road trip that they're on, I think is a lot of fun up until when we get to the last part, that third act. It kind of just trickles off. We build up to where I sense we're building up to. We're getting built up to like a separation between the four, and the film has been so funny and so grandiose leading up to that that the third act that we get doesn't feel like it matches the style and the pacing of the first two acts. It kind of just slowly and quietly resolves itself. Like, we have this big breakup, and then in the end it's like, yeah, you're still my friend. You're still my friend too. We're all still friends. Okay. There's no like huge revelation or something that they're building up towards, like a meeting or a wedding or something, which is what you would typically get in a movie like this. They just kind of find each other at a restaurant and sit down and go like, hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry too. Okay. Movie ends. That was just a very disappointing ending because the movie was so great leading up to that. I just wish it would have had this punch of an ending that it just didn't. All in all, though, I think Joyride is just that. It's one hell of a joyous ride from beginning to, like I said, almost end. The jokes in here, the pratfalls, all the physical comedy, all the situations, all the stuff with the cocaine on the train. Absolutely hilarious. And then their little night out with the basketball team. Again, very, very funny. How the team all comes down. The girls are fine. They're having breakfast and they all come down. They're on crutches. They have concussions. They're bleeding everywhere. It's a rough night. Joyride is definitely one hell of a time that I definitely think you should give a chance to. I'm gonna give Joyride 3.5 out of 5 Blu-rays.
I am above average.
So guys, have you seen Joyride? What did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across it because of this video, then comment below and let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell. See you the next time I release my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, and maybe possibly Max will too. But in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.